Hey, boss. I came as soon as I got your message.
Sit down, Tom. We have a mole, Tom.
No. Oh.
I was up all night driving myself nuts trying to figure it out. I started thinking maybe it's one of our guys. We aren't paying his fair share. Someone with a light wallet. Maybe looking to Morello for a new suit. Frank wasn't around, so I went to the safe to get the account books. To see who's getting cents on the dollar he's earned.
What do you know?
The books are gone, Tom.
Frank.
More than 50 years I've known him. Everything I have, I got with Frank. And every buck we've earned, every dime we've paid out, it's all logged in those books. Frank hands those over to the feds, we're finished.
Frank respects one person in this whole town, and that's you. This has got to be some kind of misunderstanding.
I've been calling him all day. I went by his place. He's gone. His wife and kid are gone.
But why?
I don't know. I'm sure he has his reasons. Maybe he's still smarting over the dog.
But when you tried to drown?
Yeah. Same one I shot after he wouldn't let me sink her. I was a stupid kid, Tommy. But grudge or no grudge, we gotta get those books back. Shake down all our stories. See who knows what. When you catch up to Frank, you get those books. And if he doesn't have them on him, you make him tell you where to find them. After that, you do what we gotta do. Vincenzo's waiting for you with a clean car.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Show. My name's AJ Gills. How y'all doing? We are back with Mafia Definitive Edition. You know, I know I should be thinking about how serious that cutscene was, but man, I was so distracted during one of those segments where you could see both Tommy and Don Salieri, where it looks like the midsection of Tom's suit is just vibrating. Again, we play it back, you know, if you didn't notice it the first time.
Tough day today, Tom. We gotta keep a lid on this, Tom. Start with Biff, but don't give him nothing. I got you a clean set of wheels. And something special here, if you want it. When Frank sees a La Parra, he'll know. The old ways work. You gotta get those books back before the feds use against us.
You know, I mentioned this earlier. You know, there are just moments in this game where you see Salieri's... It's something he said very early on in the game, you know. He said, Morello, he's a criminal, he's a crook, he's a, you know... Basically said he thinks with his, you know, he thinks more with his muscles than his brain, so to speak, if that makes sense to anybody. While, you know, Salieri, he's a businessman, you know, he thinks through everything he does is in the value of business. But then, you know, you hear him, you know, talk about, you know, some people and casually talking about, you know, beating the crap out of people. You know, I mean, I get when to turn on Frank, you know, I mean, taking Frank out and everything, you know, I mean, it was a... You know, this is a situation, you know, you got somebody ratting you out to the feds. Yeah, you know, we're the mob. You know, we aren't Girl Scouts. Okay, fine. That's understandable. But when he talks about that thing with him and the dog, where, you know, he tried to drown it, but when Frank wouldn't let him drown it, he shot it. Yeah, man, that's... God damn it, man. I might need to swap my controllers out. I don't know if I dropped this one and it broke or some shit. Because there's something weird, like where I hold the joystick forward and he's not going forward.
Tommy.
Like he'll swap between a run and a walk. I'm noticing with more games now
Big
than...
news lately. Something that Don might want to know.
It depends. What's it worth to you?
$20.
How about 40?
All right, spill.
The FBI's in town. They're getting something from Morello, but I don't know what.
How'd you hear?
Little Tony got some guy drunk in the Black Cat and drove him home. Heard a bunch of stuff, so he's the guy you want to see.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if you noticed that I'm kind of jogging forward. Yeah, and he kind of stops every kind of second to start walking. And then there's times that he runs forward just fine. I was having the same issue back when I was playing Fairy Tail, which I really want to hop back into that game. When I was playing Fairy Tail, I'd have the problem. I have the problem when I'm playing Watch Dogs Legion. Oh, that was dope. Or my characters just don't run forward correctly. Although it's weird, when I sprint, it's fine. It's I don't notice it when I sprint. It's only when I the problem only manifests when I'm just kind of walking forward. But yeah, back to my main point before I kind of got distracted with bullshit. But no, it was just like when Morello was talking about, killing his dog and, some stuff that was a lot of texture pop. Holy shit. Salieri talking about the dog and some stuff that's going to happen later. You really see Salieri, his mask slowly slip. He's a mob boss, so it's kind of one of those, like, yeah, you expect him to be violent, to kind of have a hair trigger here or there, but he lives in a world that's all about respect and, respect and rules and blah, 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 but there's something almost sadistic about it that really, like I said, that really just kind of slips the further you get into the game.
Everything okay, Tom?
Nah. No, it's not. What's this about the guy you drove home who's with the feds?
He came in for a drink, which turned into 10. He's hired muscle for some kind of safe house.
Where?
Oak Hill, corner of Pine. He gave me $10 to drive him back and keep my mouth shut. Let on that Councilor Gilatti's brokered some kind of deal between Morello and the FBI. They were all ready to sit tight on someone in there.
Why the hell didn't you tell us?
Tom, I did. I came in to see French straight away. He didn't tell the Don?
No, he didn't.
Tom, what's going on?
Yeah, don't worry about it. So there you go. It's Frank. Having seen this mission, I can tell you that it's Frank. Sorry if that's spoilers. You were hoping. Oh no, not Frank. Yeah, I don't care about Game 7 of the whatever. Mostly because, this is... I'm not sure if, you go back to, Game 7 or whatever year this is. This isn't 38. I want to say it said this was, 34, 35. I'm not sure who won that World Series or if that even went 7 games, but, how funny would that be? They get, an actual radio broadcast from that day and age. So yeah, whatever I was saying about Salieri, sorry, I know I keep coming back to this, it's just I keep kind of having to rush my point at the end. I just want to make sure I got it out. It's like I said, it's something sadistic about him that I think he lets that mask really kind of slowly slip throughout the game, which just, in my opinion, really, he's a good character. I'd say that about pretty much everyone. You want to say that Paulie and Sam are a little two-dimensional, Paulie, acts first, thinks later. It's kind of like when Frank was talking to Tom about, how Paulie you know, yeah, he's who you want he's who you want in a fight, but, you know, he's not gonna be a leader. He's not gonna plan shit. Sam, you know, yeah, he's a bit, you know, he's kind of a quick wit, you know, not bad in a fight, but at the same time, it's like Frank said, no ambition, no real motivation to move up in the organization, while Tom's kind of got the best of everything. He's smart, he can fight, he's, you know, he's got that drive to keep advancing through the ranks and all that shit. So yeah, I mean, I could see where you would say that each of these characters, yeah, they're a little stereotypical, they're a little tropish, but I still think that they're fun, interesting characters. That like when Sam got shot up in the last chapter. I mean, when I first saw that hit me, man. I still cannot get that fucking thing to stop. Sorry, I know. I keep bitching about that notification. I should be trying to get it to stop. Whatever. You're probably... Hell, because I'm going to record another video after this. You know, when we're done with this chapter, I'm going to bitch about it when it pops up in the next one. You know, same way.
Take me to those account books, Frank.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this totally normal thing and park, like, 40 feet behind you. You love that in these games where it's like, oh, don't get within 2 car lengths of the other vehicle. Okay, fine, I'm just gonna stop back here. You can still clearly see me, but I've not entered that radius to start the suspicion meter to start raising.
Where are they moving you to?
Yeah, it's like I said, you know, like they can clearly see me and they can tell I'm acting suspicious, but they, oh nope, I haven't entered the radius, so. Yeah, I've always thought car stealth is what the fuck was up with that truck's wheels? Anyone else see that? That was odd. Oh yeah, that hotel that we blew up. Yeah, they claimed it was a gas leak. That's what it was. It wasn't that we you know, went and blew up a cat house. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't think I have ever played a game that has had car stealth.
Some kind of meat habit.
That's done very well. You know, it's been in a few Grand Theft Auto games, and I thought it was shoddy then. I've played it in just other games, and again, it just hasn't worked. I thought boat stealth in AC4 was pretty fun. I mean, just because of the absurdity of boat stealth. But even then, I mean, really? And hell, I know this is weird. AJ's saying, hey, I don't like a stealth mechanic in an Assassin's Creed game. Well, that's a surprise, because I'm the guy who's been bitching. Man, I really want AC to go back and focus on being a stealth series again. I mean, I liked what they tried doing. Like I said, it all kind of started with Unity when they started, and yes, I'm going to get on this point because it popped into my head, and I like ranting about this. It all started back in Unity, though.
The airport, Frank.
I'll try and make this quick. It all started in Unity when they tried to have that, you know, it was more like a stealth zone, you know, kind of like an area that, hey, your target's going to be here, you know, you can find multiple opportunities for special assassinations or whatever, you know, so find them and explore. And it worked. I liked the idea, but I think as things continued on, that method ended up being these small, and I think you can see it a little bit in Legion. I mean, I don't mind these small little restricted areas that dot the map that you get in, get out, but once you figure out your ways in, you tend to go with that way every time, and it's I don't know. It just doesn't. Nothing feels special, like it's a big set piece anymore. Because not only do you have the main mission in this area, but I've been to that area 5 or 6 times because I had to do it for a side mission, or I'm just collecting shit out in the map in my free time. You know, and it's again, this is probably just a Ubisoft. No, it's not just a Ubisoft problem, but they're a big perpetrator of this, in my opinion.
Christ, they're flying him out of state or something. Fuck, this ain't good.
Alright, there we go. I've rambled and ranted through all the, I don't want to say boring driving, but, you know, now we actually get into some action. And see, now I'm not having this issue with my controller. It comes and goes. I don't know if my controller's just getting old, if I'm just too hard on my controllers, or what the hell the problem is. I'll be honest, I've dropped it a few times. Shouldn't, it's bad, but, you know. God damn it, I keep switching between this game and Watch Dogs Legion, so I'm getting the control schemes flipped around. So I keep hitting X to kind of jump over an object, but you know, in this game it's triangle. You know, when I switch back to Watch Dogs Legion, I keep pressing the wrong buttons over there too. It's a whole thing.
I want the same thing. Can't say I'm happy dealing with these people. I heard there's some guy the feds are handing over before he's flown out in a civilian plane.
Why'd the feds take charge here?
Yeah, I don't want to burst out that door. Get spotted.
Randall hasn't the honor to even show his face.
For a rat like you? Nah. Get in the car. Once Morel gives us the books, our guys will go through them with a fine tooth.
Alright, let's come over here, grab these Molotovs. Ooh, big boy grenades. Let's swap over to those.
It's the way they got Capone.
And now is how Ennio Salieri dies in jail. Good day, my friend. And then those account books bring Salieri to his knees.
No, first time I did this, I was not able to get anywhere near this good of stealth. I was already in a massive shootout.
The FBI hand over Coletti. Morello.
Oh.
There!
Game on. I blew up the car. Oh, fuck. As soon as I saw that guy toss that Molotov, I'm like, I'm dead. I feel like I've said that before. It's just every time I see the Molotov, it's just, if I can't, it's always when I'm in a position where I can't spare any health, so I'm kind of pinned down, having a shootout with everyone, so I know that it's coming.
It's the way they got Capone.
And now is how Ennio Salieri dies in jail. It's a good day, my friend.
Didn't work out the way I thought it would. All right, game on. Got him. My theory was I was going to try and get over there, try and knock the guy out with the shotgun, and then try and grab this guy here at the door before he walked out and started talking to the other guy. Oh, thank God. I thought my game about locked up. Well, it locked up for a second, but you know what I mean. No, if I'm being entirely honest, I God, you gotta love the Lupara. Stupidly unnecessary weapon, but god damn, you gotta love it. What was I saying? I was saying, if I gotta be honest with you guys. Oh, right, I gotta be honest with you guys. I contemplated just, you know what? Just going YOLO, let's just shoot our way through. Then I do something, I'm not going to say on purpose, like it wasn't like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to fuck around. But there was a level of, if I get caught, I get caught, let's not have this all be a rinky-dink stealth section.
Tom.
Frank, the Don sent me.
I figured as much. I'm sorry it had to be you, Tommy.
Anything you want me to tell him?
I wish it could have shaken out better, but Morello finally came after me. It's okay. You can come out. Morello offered me a simple trade. The Don's account books for our lives and tickets out of this town.
You hand the books over yet?
I'm not so stupid, Don. They're safe. Morello was waiting for this. It's a key to a box in the Grand Imperial Bank downtown. I told Morello I'd hand it over after the plane was fueled and ready to go. His men were meant to fetch it before we left.
I took care of them. Tell them to get on a plane.
Go on, March. Alice, get aboard.
Frank, you're coming with us.
Not right now, honey. Just get buckled in. Tommy and I, we have some serious business to discuss.
But Frank...
Get on the plane, March.
Yeah, we have some serious business.
For Alice. For me. Get on the goddamn plane, please.
I mean, come on. They really think, oh, it's really business. I'm standing here with a shotgun, dude.
You been paid yet?
Yeah.
Now you've been paid twice. You take the ladies wherever they want to go.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Tom.
Christ, Frank. Why didn't you ask us for help?
I guess I just wanted out. One way or the other. I'm tired, Tommy. Tired of lying to my wife. Tired of checking under my car every time I take a Sunday drive. And tired of waiting for the dawn to put two in my temple.
God damn you, Frank.
See, I think it was a few videos ago I mentioned that Tommy's not a clean cut, just a clearly, he's a good guy. I think he falls into the category that a lot of people want to try, especially after The Last of Us Part 2, want to put Joel from The Last of Us into. He's a bad guy who can do good things. I think that is how I would describe Tommy.
With my colleague downstairs, sir.
Thanks.
He's got a heart. He's not a horrible guy. Like, he's not going to go around and kick a puppy. But, you know what? He had choices to do. I mean, you could argue, oh, well, he needed whatever to survive. He could have taken the loan from Salieri just to fix his cab after, those guys tuned him up. He wasn't thrown in and had no choice but to enter the life. He kind of went into it willingly. Yeah, there were some circumstances that led him to it, but
Keeping out of trouble.
he didn't absolutely 100% need to do it.
I need to access the deposit boxes for Frank Coletti.
Ah, yes, Mr. Angelo?
Yeah.
Mr. Coletti said it might be you who came, and to provide access. Please, follow me.
Gotta love Frank. Yeah, like I said, I always saw Joel as a good guy who did a lot of bad things. Personally, we saw a lot of stuff like that. And
Got the books and covered
sorry.
the tracks. Salieri never asked any questions. In fact, apart from the funeral, I never heard him talk about Frank again.
You're making my boys twitchy, Marku.
Sergio and I just came by to pay our respects, that's all. Known Frank a long time. Almost as long as you. He's a good man. Smart. Loyal. Loyal to his wife. His kid above all else. There must be some kind of honor in that in you.
Maybe. But I'm still looking at this headstone with his little girl's name on it.
It's a hell of a thing.
But yeah, whatever I was saying about Joel, and I was opining on characters in The Last of Us. Yeah, I still think Joel was a good guy, forced to do bad things to survive in an apocalypse situation. You know, like I said, not saying that Tommy was living the good life, but you know, he didn't need to join the mob, so to speak. So yeah, like I said, I still though, even though I'm saying I think he's a bad guy with a heart, I don't think he's a bad character. I think he's a very good character. The only reason I switched to great is because I'm speaking about his the characterization of Tommy, not he's a good person. I'm not speaking on a moral scale. I'm speaking on from a technical, you know, character creation scale. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. Let's just move on. We'll be moving on to at least one more chapter that I'm going to record in this sitting. Thanks for watching, guys. Social media is in the description. Like, comment, you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned more next time. Until then, my name's AJ Gels. This is Something Game Channel. I'm out.